I was like crying while putting on makeup because then you had to look at yourself in the mirror and you're trying to like cover up everything. And it's like not a fun experience like my girlfriends were having where they were experimenting with their makeup. Like for me, I was just like, just cover my face. It's also painful. Like when you like sleep, if you have like cystic acne, you can't sleep like on your side because it hurts. Like if you have acne on your back, like you're uncomfortable all the time. So it is something that takes a toll on you. And I think even more so now because social media, like.
Today's guest is someone whose passion was born from personal experience. Patricia Bezerra, also known as Pachee, is a licensed esthetician and the owner of Pachee's Spa in Dickson City. Originally from Brazil, she moved to the Scranton area when she was just 8 years old and has built her life and business here. What makes her story so powerful is that her journey into skincare began with her own battle against painful cystic acne. After years of trying countless treatments, medications, and products, and eventually healing herself, she understands firsthand the emotional toll skin issues can take on a person's confidence, self-image, and daily life. In this conversation, we'll talk about how she uses her experience to help guide others through personalized, holistic, results-driven skincare treatments with the belief that there's no one-size-fits-all solution when it comes to healthy skin. Welcome, Patricia.
That's great. Okay. So, and you guys have known each other for
a couple years.
2 years.
You met through the chamber?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody meets through the chamber.
I know.
See that, Mari? Make sure you get that.
Yeah.
She made me say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I met Maria through the chamber. I think it was like I saw you before at chamber events and stuff, but I didn't know who you were. And then we had like an influencer breakfast thing, like a meeting. And then we like started talking from there on out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we got to go to a lot of different cool events over the years together.
Yeah.
But yeah, being plugged into the chamber is great because you get to meet a lot of other business owners and just get out there and network and share your experience with others.
Yeah. And like, I joined it for networking purposes because I had opened my business, but I didn't have that many clients at the time. I kind of just opened with enough clients to cover the bills that were coming in, but not really much else besides that. So I was like, I need to get my name out there. And like, these people are business owners. Maybe they have connections. Maybe they have like employees, whatever. But then I just met like a lot of really great people. Like I've made some incredible close friends, like Kat that you guys had here a couple weeks ago. Like she and I have become really good friends. Like I consider you a good friend. So it's just been like great for professional networking, but also like meeting like-minded people. And because I don't really have that many entrepreneurs in my life. So I like needed to branch out to do that a little bit.
I find it really interesting that in your marketing field, you view yourselves often as peers versus competitors.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I think that's just like a mentality thing. I think if you think of everyone as competitors, it's like diminishing because I think there's enough people for everybody. And like maybe you're going to vibe with me better than another esthetician, or maybe you'll be better fit for another esthetician than me. And it's not necessarily personal. Like I know what I can offer. I do a lot of, for example, I do a lot of acne and a lot of age management, right? So like if you want to do things that are more like cosmetic, like if you want to do like a lash lift, like an eyebrow tint or like Botox, things like that, that's not me at all. So like if someone comes and looks for me to do those things, like I'm not a good fit for them. Even though Botox estheticians should not do. So if your esthetician's doing your Botox, don't. But like
have to change where I go now.
Yeah. But yeah, so I always like to build a community with people that do businesses like mine, and I would like to meet more estheticians in this area because the ones that I'm the closest with, they're like in out of state. And I've tried to reach out to a couple people, but like I just haven't heard back. So whenever I see anyone that's even close to my field or anything like that, I'm just like, if they're open to having discussions and like talking about business and growing and things like that, I'm always down for like a partnership or at least to talk about it.
Mm-hmm.
Does that happen a lot in your field? Partnerships like that and just different locations, but you kind of share?
Yeah. So like, for example, I have a friend who's a photographer. She's not anything to do with like beauty, but like sometimes for like Mother's Day, we'll get together and we'll do like a giveaway where like I'll do a facial. She'll do a 30-minute session. Like maybe we'll get someone that does nails. So like we'll do stuff like that for giveaways. I haven't done that in a while, but I have done that multiple times in the past.
Mm-hmm.
So like that works for me. Other places that I've done things like that with was Kaylin of Earth. She does yoga and I love her. And I've treated her skin like she had some acne and I was able to like help her out with that. And then we did a couple videos together talking about wellness, like mind wellness and how it also affects your skin. So that was like a really good partnership. And I love working with Kaylin and her husband, Ryan. And actually went to their wedding when I met them at the chamber. So kind of full
Wow,
circle.
that's cool.
Yeah, I love that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a really brilliant way to do business, I think.
It works. I think it's like organic because I feel like I have some clients that go to her. She has some clients that come to me because it's like we're holistic in the way that we do our practices. Like, so how the way she does yoga, it's very much like she really lives and breathes yoga lifestyle, like truly. And the way I do skincare is because I've struggled so terribly with my skin my entire life, where I was on Accutane, spironolactone, antibiotics, steroids, all of that, and nothing worked for me. So I do believe in a holistic overall look into health for your skin, and in general, besides working out. But but so I think like that partnership was really well because we just like flowed. It just like worked well.
I love that. How long have you been in this area, northeastern Pennsylvania?
So my family moved here when I was 8. And then I moved back to Brazil for 4 years. I did my college years there. And then I came back when I was about 23. So been here since then. So most of my life, I would say I've been in Northeast PA.
Yeah.
So much better than Brazil.
I mean, it's such like an easy transition. Like, oh my God, it flows aimlessly. No, I never thought I would be here, honestly, for this long. It's just like life kind of just has a way of working that way. But I love and appreciate Pennsylvania, like Northeast PA for what it is. And I have amazing friendships here. I've had some friends that I've had for like 20 years at this point, and I don't take that for granted. And it's a nice place and easy, not cheap because there's nothing cheap anymore, but cheap in comparison to other places. So, and it's very well located. Like you can get around pretty easily.
Yeah, that's so true.
So, yeah.
I think that's our soundbite. This is just as nice as Brazil. We were going to call this show hyphenated the BBL, but that we definitely quickly changed. Somebody I worked with was like, "Oh no, okay, we'll put the T in there."
Yeah.
Bottom line. I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, Brazilian butt lift. Yeah.
Yeah. And you don't get into that at all.
I do not get into doing Brazilian butt lifts. No, I do not. Thankfully, I just have a Brazilian butt that's good enough for me. So we're good.
That's funny. So I feel between the beauty and at the inside and the outside of my skin and my mind, I feel like between the two of you, you kind of cover all the bases here. I'm going to walk out of this interview feeling very good and happy, or super self-conscious. I'm not sure which yet.
Hopefully the first.
Yeah. So real quick, when you talked about acne and stuff, I think as I was just coming back on a plane, somebody told me that, is it Accutane? Is that that? Like, I don't know if it was that particular thing. It was some sort of very, very popular acne treatment is now carcinogenic, cancer causing.
Yeah. So Accutane was actually created to treat a form of cancer. So it wasn't formulated for skincare. They just happened to notice that some of the cancer patients that also struggled with acne, it wasn't really helping their type of cancer, but it was helping their acne. So it's a very strong medication. Like when I was on it, you had to be on 2 types of birth control. You had to sign something that said that you would be on 2 types of birth control as a woman. You had to get blood work, I think, every 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
Yeah, because it messes with like your cholesterol and other like hormones and things like that. Like my cholesterol, when I did it, I was 19. I was a vegetarian. I ate really healthy and I exercised. And my cholesterol went to 269 or something like that, like something crazy. And it was like great, perfect beforehand. And it took like years for it to go back. It also like dries your skin. The way it works is it dries the sebum causing effects in your skin. So like sebum is like the oils that we naturally produce in our skin, and acne prone people produce excess amounts of it. And the way that Accutane works is it dries up those pores. So, but that only doesn't affect your skin. It affects your like nose, it affects your mouth, it affects your eyes, it affects your hair follicle, it affects like your cuticles, it affects everything. So you just become like a prune, essentially. And like a lot of people get like cracked lips, like really deep cuts and things like that. You can't drink alcohol while on it. Like I know some people that did it and they would drink like a glass of wine or something. I didn't because everything was affecting me like really intensely. And like you have to cut down way back on sugar because it affects your sugar spike levels as well. So it's a very intense medication. Like if you don't have to be on it, like if there are possible ways for you to treat your acne and like if you're mentally okay with your acne, try different things that maybe it will take a little longer, but like this medication has like long-term effects. And I took it and my acne still came back.
When you say mentally okay, just because you could have it so severe you're self-conscious about it?
Yeah, like for example, I struggled with acne really terribly from like the age of like 14 till like 28 and it would come and go. But yeah, there were times where it would just really negatively affect my mental health, like where I couldn't look at myself in the mirror. If I was putting on makeup, I was like crying while putting on makeup because then you had to look at yourself in the mirror and you're trying to like cover up everything. And it's like not a fun experience like my girlfriends were having where they were experimenting with like, with their makeup. Like for me, I was just like, just cover my face. It's also painful. Like when you like sleep, if you have like cystic acne, you can't sleep like on your side because it hurts. Like if you have acne on your back, like you're uncomfortable all the time. So it is something that takes a toll on you. And I think even more so now because social media, like you're exposed to not only the girl next door, you're exposed to like every girl in the world you can see and everyone looks perfect on social media. Everyone looks amazing. And like, and then people are like, oh yeah, I did this and my skin is like so clear. It's like, no, you didn't. And it's just like unrealistic. And then people think that is real and they think that is realistic and that is how they clear the skin and they get frustrated.
And something's wrong with me if
Exactly.
it's not working for me.
Exactly. And it's like, and you feel, I think I felt like dirty all the time and I was always very hygienic, very clean. But like you felt dirty because your skin looks like so clogged and red and oily and, you know, and it was just like, I remember I was a cheerleader and at this time my acne was like clear. And this boy walked by and he had like severe acne. And one of the girls was like, oh, he's so dirty. His face is disgusting. And I told her, I was like, acne has nothing to do with a hygiene problem. He has like, it's a hair follicle problem technically. And she goes, no, he's disgusting. And like, it hurt me so badly because I felt terrible for him. But I knew that like my acne just wasn't flared up right then and there, but it could at any moment. And I'm like, so she's just going to think I'm disgusting and I'm dirty and I'm just going to walk by and this is what people are thinking. So yes, it like affects your mental health a lot. Yeah.
So how did you heal yours then?
So I went to aesthetic school the end of 2019 to the beginning of 2020, which was a great time because when I graduated, like I couldn't do anything with it because then the world locked down. And we were the last professionals that were allowed to do your job because we literally touch people's faces and hover over faces. So like it was, I don't think it was till like October of 2021 that like you could do anything. But when I went to school, my skin at that time was also like clear and like my teachers didn't believe me that I had like bad acne or whatever. And then as soon as 2021 came around, my face just like exploded. And it was like my face, neck, chest, and back, like all over again. So I started following a couple of estheticians in out of state. And one of them worked with a brand called Lyra Clinical, which is a brand that I really enjoy and I carry with me till this day. And I got in touch with one of the reps and I got some products and then they like walked me through like some treatments that I could do on myself. And then I just started doing it and I got clear and I used some like supplements from Osmosis MD. It's like a 10-day package and it's like a 10-day clear blemish package. And I took like 3 of those and it's like 8 pills in the morning, 8 pills at night. So I did that for 10 days and then another 10 days, another 10 days. So I did that for 30 days. And that really helped because it kind of heals you from the inside out. So yeah, it was just more so of like getting the skincare that was right for me, doing like monthly treatments on my skin, and then getting with the right supplements. And that like really worked for me. And I find that works for most of my acne clients as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
So because of that path that you had that has obviously worked wonders for you, when someone comes in, is every path different? Or do you kind of walk them through this like, hey, I know how to do this already?
No, unfortunately, every path is so different. Like there's no cure for acne. If there was, like someone would be a trillionaire at this point. So everyone reacts differently. Like everyone has different triggers, so we have to find what their triggers are. And I also have to be very careful about suggesting certain supplements and things like that. I always have to tell them, like, you should check with your doctor, you should check with your medical professional. Because I'm not a medical professional, I'm an esthetician. Like, there's only so much that I can do. I can't diagnose anyone with anything. I can just kind of like guide them. Like, for example, I had a client that came in and he was getting a facial, and I noticed like a red spot on his shoulder. And I was like, I think you should probably get that checked out. Not sure what it is, but just get it checked out. And he just messaged me last week and he said that he went to dermatologist and it was basal cell cancer and they were able to cut it out and he's fine. But like if left untreated, that could have been really bad. But I can't be like, I think that's cancerous. I could just be like, hey, maybe get that checked out, you know? But back to acne, every client is different. Stress levels different. Budgets are different. Lifestyles are different. Like, for example, you're a mother of 2. You run your own business. You're busy. Okay. And stressed. You're different than a college student that I would take for acne or for whatever. So like I would have to treat those 2 people very differently. Or like I'm a business owner and I'm in my 30s, but I don't have kids. So like I would treat a client like me differently than I would a client of my same age, but maybe they had 2 little kids or something like that. So lifestyles, budgets, stress levels, all of that has to be taken in before we actually come up with like a game plan. And then I kind of like walk them through. And then a lot of people too have never had a skincare routine. They've never tried any sort of true product. And so I have to like baby their skin. We have to introduce things slowly because if I give them 7 products at once, like it might make their skin worse because they'll just like purge like crazy. And like if they're prone to pigmentation, which is like the darkening of the skin, that can get worse too. So we have to like really take everything into consideration.
It's so true. And if you don't go to a real professional, or if you try to do this on your own and you see these reels and you're like, oh, I'm going to try this, you could actually make it worse.
You can make it worse.
Yeah.
And as we get older, our skin doesn't heal as fast or as well as it did when we were younger. Like, I think of the things that I did DIY on my face when I was like a teen or early 20s. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, if I did that today, it would burn my skin and it would not go back to normal. Like I used to put like lemon with cinnamon on my face and I'm like, that's a chemical burn. Like, why would I do that? Never worked. And I kept doing it.
Yeah.
But it was like a DIY thing and people swore by it. And I'm like,
well, how bad could lemon and cinnamon hurt?
Yeah. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. It hurt. It burned. Yeah. It burned. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I don't like this. Okay. But I tried it a couple times and I was like, okay, I got to stop this.
Wow.
But yeah.
So that's your why. That's how you got into it.
Yeah.
And do you find that's the biggest number of your clients is acne prone, or how about this age management?
Yeah,
Let's talk about that.
That's the thing. I always like my vision was always to be like an acne focused skincare treatment place. But for some reason, like I just getting a lot of age management. So like anti-aging, but like people don't want to call it anti-aging anymore. So that's like age management. So I'm like, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I'm like, whatever you want to call it, we're good.
Yeah.
Because I get really good results with people that have like fine lines and wrinkles, or like a lot of times it's just dehydration lines. And I think a lot of people think that their dehydration lines are wrinkles and they're not. So what does that mean is like you can be an oily skin type and still have dehydrated skin. So dehydrated skin and dry skin are different things. So dry skin is that you do not create enough sebum, enough oil for your face. Dehydrated skin is just lack of water. So anyone can have dehydrated skin, but not everyone is dry skin.
Is this the pinch test thing?
Yeah.
Really?
A little bit. But like we can't pinch like someone's forehead. So like, you know, if you can, that's like a problem.
I heard that like a year ago. So once where I pinched like the back of my hand.
Yeah, like if it stays up, it means that like or it takes a while to go down. It's like you're dehydrated.
Oh my gosh, look at her hand. No,
but
I'm like an old lady hand.
No,
I never even looked.
No, it's
God.
No, they're good.
No, so it's like a lot of times like people like the way I describe it to my clients is, yeah, you do have to drink enough water, but you also have to have some electrolytes in your water because most of the water that we drink goes right through us. Like it doesn't stay in our system. I think something like 70%. So even if you are drinking like 2 gallons of water, most of that's coming right out, which is great. You're still like detoxifying and you're getting through your body, but you need some of it to like retain into your body. Another thing is like, if you don't sleep enough, if you drink a lot of caffeine, if you drink a lot of like sugar, all those things dehydrate you as well. So all of that helps. But also I think the human body is what, like 95-97% water, something like that. And like if enough people don't get enough movement in their face or in their body, and movement is so important for like healthy skin. Because the scenario that I tell my clients to always like to think about like a creek that's going nowhere and is just stagnant. It's going to get muddy. It's going to get brown. It's going to get gross. It's going to have all this kind of like things growing over it. That's not cute. But then if you think of a flowing creek, that's like constantly the water is moving and you've got some movement in it, and it's beautiful. It's clear. Like everything in it is thriving. You know what I mean? So you have to like massage your face when you're applying your products, when you're cleaning your face, all those things. Like it doesn't have to be this whole added step into your skincare. It could just be like while you're cleaning your face, like massage your face. While you're adding products, massage your face. All of that helps bring that like blood flow and like water movement in your face. And it helps like soften those lines and those wrinkles.
Time out. Did you know this?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Because I'm like, I don't think I've ever massaged my face.
Yeah.
Now I should start
I'm
doing
gonna
this.
You should
start.
do it. It helps. It helps a lot. Like, and I get a lot of like great results. Also, I have a lot of really great products, and they really help deeply hydrate the skin at like a cellular level. Obviously, it's not going to be the same if you do it at home. But if you're massaging your face twice a day while you're washing your face and putting your products, you're going to see amazing results. And I've had friends that like had Botox before and then they stopped because they realized they didn't actually have wrinkles yet. They were just dehydrated. And then I like taught them how to do it. And they're like, yeah, I'm still open to Botox. I'm going to get it when I'm like older. But like they started getting it in their early 30s, late 20s. And they were like, oh, I actually didn't need it. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I have some sweet ass crow's feet cranking on my face. And I am very much like, I used to look at that like a year or two ago and was like, oh man, I should like, and now I think I've talked myself into being good about it because I view it as my dad always had that too.
Yeah.
And I think it's from smiling so much.
Yeah.
It really, I smile
Yeah.
most of the time throughout the
Yeah.
day, but maybe I should be kind of
It could help.
massaging or something.
But
like
I mean, you have great skin. I'm looking at your skin, like from a professional point of view. I think you have great skin. Maria's gorgeous. Like
Yeah.
Maria, there's no notes, you know?
No.
So
Not true.
okay. Like,
She's like, I'm not going to give you any.
no, we're not getting into this. But I'm like,
I love her as a friend.
No.
Okay.
But a trick that I've been doing too, because I haven't gotten Botox yet. Like I'm not against Botox, but like I just haven't gotten it yet. I'm a little afraid of needles in my face. I actually used to work at a medical spa where I helped with that stuff, and every time I would get so queasy and I would like almost pass out. I only lasted 3 months. I was like, I can't do this, guys.
Yeah, the crunch is the worst.
I was like, oh no. And then like for fillers, like they would put it here, but then they would like move it, and I was like,
yeah,
it's like I can't do this.
it's gross looking.
But a trick that I found is if you get like a hyaluronic acid serum, just hyaluronic acid, not mixed with anything, like a low molecular size, which just means like it's a small molecular size, means that it can get deeper into your skin.
Okay.
So like when you just get out of the shower, when you just wash your face, your skin's still like nice and damp. You put a little bit of hyaluronic acid around your eyes, and then you put an eye cream on top of that really like soaks it in and helps soften those lines.
Okay.
So that can help with the
And
appearance
it's called
of it.
hyaluronic acid.
Hyaluronic acid. Acid sounds scary, but it's not scary at all. We naturally produce it in our bodies as well.
I mean, all I've been doing is lemon and cinnamon.
Yeah, no, probably do that too. So,
Hurts like
yeah.
hell though.
It's not great. Yeah.
Never
It's
heard
the only
of
time
that.
of the day I don't.
Good.
smell.
Yeah, please don't do that. If anyone's listening, do not put lemon or cinnamon or both of them together on your face. It's not.
What about oats and honey?
I mean, I know that oats for like eczema and stuff, or like if you have chicken pox, like I know that can help. But I mean, like, it's just like people like love aloe vera for like a sunburn and stuff. And I'm like, yes, absolutely. But when it's in a product, it's been formulated. You've had like teams of scientists, like hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars put into the study of like putting it into this one freaking product. It's not the same if you just get that product and smear it on your face. It's not. So it's like, just get a product that has that because it has been formulated for that. It's safe to use on your skin. They've tested it. It's gone to trial. It's done all this instead of you just getting like whatever fruit and like just smearing it on. You know what I mean? Or like an oatmeal homemade mask. Like, it's probably not going to do the same. I'm against DIY skincare if it's not clear yet. Like, I'm no DIY skincare.
So do you write
That's good.
prescriptions for things? Or
No, so I have they're called professional grade skincare. So
Yeah.
the brands that I work with, the two biggest ones are Lyra Clinical and Face Reality. Face Reality is formulated for acne prone skin. There's no comedogenic ingredients, which means non-clogging. Like they won't clog your pores. Like every single product they have, there's no pore clogging ingredient in them. So it's great for my acne prone clients. And then Lyra Clinical, it's how I cleared my skin, but it's a very well formulated, well researched, amazing skincare brand, and they're great for lightening up the skin, so like pigmentation. Great for my age management clients, also acne clients, rosacea. They have a line called Mystique, and that line is really great for people that have rosacea and like redness or inflammatory prone skin. So it's professional grade skincare. So you can't just go buy at Sephora or Ulta or like Walmart or Target or whatever. You have to buy it through me because I have to approve it for you. Because like not everything in there I would like have you or Maria on. I'd be like, okay, well, this one isn't really a good fit for you. This one might be better.
Mhm.
So I work with a company called Pomp, P-O-M-P, and I sell products to them online and they just like ship it directly to my clients. And then they work with like 40 different brands. So I have access to like all of those brands. So if my clients want something from Is Clinical or Hydrinity or something like that, which are also professional grade skincare, I can get those products for my client, even though I personally don't work with them directly.
It's a weird question, but can you work virtually?
I do. I have some clients that
Really?
like I just send them, like I just have like a Zoom call or like a FaceTime with them. And then I will come up with a skincare routine for them. And then through Pump, I'll be like, okay, I put this on their cart. Like I create a profile for them or they can create it themselves. And I can put the products into their cart and then they just have to log in and buy it. And even if they get like 7 different brands, they all ship directly for like one price to their home. So you're not like having to go to different sites to get different things.
Mm.
But I do have some virtual clients. Yeah.
It's amazing what we could do virtual these
Mhm.
days.
It is amazing.
Yeah.
You mentioned Ulta and Sephora, and all I can think about is my kids and how that's all they want is to go. And they all want this skincare and they
Yeah.
all want bubble and they all
Yeah.
want, I don't even know what these things are.
don't even
And they're
know.
10 and
Yeah.
11. These kids are obsessed with skincare because of social media.
Mhm.
Obviously, they could be putting toxic chemicals on their little perfect
Perfect
skin.
10. Yeah. Yeah.
And that could essentially hurt them.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So I am concerned about that because I do get my youngest client ever was 12 years old, but she had severe acne, like worse than many like adult clients that I've ever had. And whenever I take a client that's anything between like below like 16, I always want a parent in the room with them
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, A, they might not listen to anything I'm saying. And then B, I just want everyone to know what's going on so everyone's well informed and everything. But yeah, so a normal child that has like no acne, no redness, nothing, they just have great skin. The only thing they should be doing is like cleansing their face and then wearing sunscreen during the day. And then at night, cleansing their face and maybe a light moisturizer.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
That's it.
And there's a lot of companies that are now like targeting tweens
Yeah.
and like kids to tweens. And I think that's deplorable
Mm-hmm.
because I'm like, yes, I know that like little girls and even some like little boys, like they want it because it seems like we all like to play with our mom's makeup and like wear their heels and stuff. Like you always want to be bigger than you are when you're that little. But when it comes to the skin, like it is something that can harm them. It is something that can hurt their skin barrier, take away the health of their skin. And then it can create problems that like were never there or weren't going to be there for like years to come. And then that opens up the possibility of scarring and like rashes, allergies, things like that, you know? So it's just like, it's so unnecessary. I understand that little girls want to do this because if I were in their generation, I probably would want to. But then, it's like really up to the parents of like what they're going to be willing to do and get for their kids. But I would always be like the most bare thing possible. And then again, it should just be like maybe get them like a lip gloss or something, but like not exfoliating mask. They don't need to exfoliate.
No.
You know what I mean? Like they don't need to, nothing with like a retinol. Like I wouldn't even start a vitamin C yet with them because like that's an antioxidant. They don't need that yet.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like that could be in their sunscreen. That's fine. But like just sunscreen, cleanse, moisturizer, and that's it.
Yeah. Oh, I can't wait to tell my kids.
Yeah. they're going to hate me.
They're going to hate me.
They're going to be like, why are you listening to her?
How absolutely uninformed I am on this entire topic. You sound so smart, and then you sound like you know some of what she's talking about. I'm like, I don't recognize any of these. I know what Ulta is. I see it on our credit card once in a while.
Yeah.
So going back to what you were saying, though, if I understood you correctly, acne is not curable. You manage it.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. So like I'm acne prone, right? I've had acne since I was in 7th, 8th grade. Like literally for my 15th birthday, I asked to go to a dermatologist. And since I'm Brazilian, like 15 is like a huge deal. It's not like we don't care about our sweet 16, we care about our 15th. And all I asked for was to go to a dermatologist. Like that's how bad my acne was. So yeah, acne is a manageable thing. You can get it under control and you can maintain it. Like I still get breakouts here and there. Like I had one for like the Empower event. I had a pimple like grow out of my lip right here. It looked like I got a lip filler on one side of my lip. And I was just like, oh my God, of course. But like, it just, unfortunately, I'm prone to it. And like, if I don't eat the perfect diet and if I don't sleep like exactly how much I'm supposed to sleep and I don't get my movement in and stuff, like I will break out. It's just a fact. If I stress out, I'm breaking out. Like it's a fact of life for me. That's why like I try to be so rigid about my skincare and about the supplements I take. And I do try to eat as healthy as I can because that is how I maintain it and how I control it. Because you don't always have control of your stress factors in your life. Like things happen out of nowhere. Like I have insomnia. So like my sleep is kind of like up to God. I don't know. Like it's not up to me, like whatever. So I try to control whatever I can, but I also try to give myself grace. And I try to explain that to my clients that are acne prone. You have to give yourself grace because like, I remember I went to a dermatologist one time when I was like a teenager and I was like, I want perfect skin. And they told me that wasn't possible. And I remember I got mad and I was like, yeah, that's not possible. Right. So like, you have to give them like realistic expectations. And again, it's like, if they're in a spot in their life where they have the patience to go with me through this process, because like I guess some people clear within 2 months. I guess some people clear, it takes 1.5 years. Like everyone's different. So it's all about like their patience, their budget, their lifestyle. But if someone comes to me and they're talking to me, they have like tears in their eyes and like they can't look at themselves and stuff, I'm like, maybe you're a candidate for some medication, maybe just to get it under control. And then like we can wean you off of it. And then we can get you on a skincare routine and all of that. But like if you are struggling so deeply, like maybe go to a dermatologist, get a prescription. Like I have so much respect and admiration for dermatologists. I just know that medication wasn't the route for me and never worked for me. And it always gave me side effects.
And you wouldn't have known unless you tried.
Exactly.
Because you thought that you were going to try everything, whatever it took.
Oh, yeah.
And so you wouldn't have known unless you tried. So, of course, people are on their own journeys with it.
Yeah. And I have no judgment for any of my clients. So if they if they come to me and they're like, this is going to take too long. I don't want this. I have prom and stuff. Like, I want to have clear skin. I'm like, you can got it. Like, I'm not the one. It's fine.
So that's pretty safe to say that much like a weight loss program, like the 90 days of initial treatment looks much different than the next 9 years of management.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you train them, educate them to look for signs.
Yes. Like I try to help them figure out their triggers, which is different for everyone. Sure. Like for me, it's again, like stress, dairy anytime. I just bought like Greek yogurt and I'm going to try to eat it again. But like every time I do, I get like a bunch of little whiteheads. And I'm just like, well, maybe this time. But, doesn't always work. But I want to try a bunch of like Pinterest recipes and they require Greek yogurt. So I'm like, I had to buy it,
I love that you keep going back.
Yeah. But like some clients, like eggs, for some reason, triggers it. Some people, peanut butter. Some people, food doesn't trigger it at all. They can eat whatever the heck they want. It doesn't matter. But like their sleep cycle matters a great deal. Their stress levels matter a great deal. So it's always about finding like their little triggers. And also like, again, I'm an esthetician. I can't tell you to change your diet. I can't tell you to take supplements, but I give suggestions. Like I send my clients a list of foods that are really great for supporting healthy skin, for skin that's acne prone. Also for people that have like rosacea and things like that. There are certain foods that are triggers, that are known triggers. I can't tell them to cut that off, but I can give them the information of like why it's known to do that. And then they have to make that decision for themselves. And it's also, like, again, about giving grace. Like, if I go to my parents' house and my mom made some, like, incredible dessert that's, like, very dairy heavy, I'm gonna have it. You know what I mean? Like, Christmas, I'm not watching what I'm eating. You know what I mean? Like, things like that. Like, you're gonna go out with friends, you're gonna have some drinks. Like, you have to live your life too. Like, you can't be so paranoid about everything that you put in your body, because then that creates stress, and then that's a
Mhm.
trigger too. So it's kind
Yeah.
of like a catch. You know what I mean? So it's
Yeah.
like, it's about giving them the information and, like, kind of, like, walking them through it, but also being careful where I'm not, like, giving them a new phobia or new, like, I don't want them to be afraid of their food. I don't want them to be, like, so paranoid about their lifestyle that they can't actually enjoy it. You know what I mean? It's more about just, like, giving them the information, like, walking them through it and see whatever works for them.
I think that's wonderful. You do take a really holistic approach because you care about them as a person, not
Yeah.
just what happens with their skincare,
Yeah.
because it is part of your life.
Yeah.
And another thing that I'm thinking is it's like a shortcut. Like, why wouldn't
Yeah.
someone come to you? It's a shortcut.
Yeah.
You can go to Ulta and drop $300
Mhm.
in a minute on a bunch of products that they tell you are going to work for you,
Mhm.
but then may not be perfect at all. And
Yeah.
then you don't have the discipline to use it or the trust in yourself that this is the right path. So then you waste all that product.
Mhm.
And like, what's the point? Like, why wouldn't someone go to you and just get the right direction?
I mean, from your lips to God's ears.
You're right.
Like,
I
Everything's
know.
so cheap at Ulta.
I know.
it's so
It's
affordable.
crazy.
No, and it is a
Mhm.
Band-Aid, and that's the thing. That's why I stopped taking medication for my acne, because, like, sometimes when my skin would flare up, I would just go back and be put on, like, a steroid or an antibiotic. I was on an antibiotic for, like, 2 years, and I'm like, "I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to be on antibiotics for more than, like, 10 days."
It's
And
not
they
good
were
for
like,
your gut.
"No, it's, like, it's a very low dosage. It's fine. It's, like, a microdosing." I'm like, "Of antibiotics?"
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like, "If
not.
I need
Defeats the
actual
purpose, yeah.
yeah." I was just like, "I don't think this is good for me." And they're like, "No, it's fine." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah.
So I was like, at that point, I was just like, I really don't, and, like, I started having really bad gut health
Yeah.
issues. Like, I'm celiac. I don't know if I would. There's no connection. I'm not saying this,
Mm.
but, like, no one in my family is celiac. It's not a thing. Like, I have the most sensitive stomach in my entire family. Like, not only with celiac, but, like, I can't have citrus. I can't have too much sugar. I can't have too much salt. Everything cuts the crap out of my tongue. Like, everything irritates me. I get rashes all the time. I've always had sensitive skin, but, like, after I started all these medications right around, like, 15, things just, like, escalated from there. So I'm just like, there are long-term effects. I can't link it directly, but in my mind, I'm like, I think there is. But, again, like, I just think it's a Band-Aid. They don't know what the issue is, because no one knows what the issue is with acne. We could just find, like, whatever triggers are for you, and they also might change. Like, as you're,
Mhm.
like, sometimes you become tolerant of something that you were intolerant. Like, I know some people that were very intolerant to dairy when they were younger, and now they can have some, or, like, the opposite. Like, they had dairy all growing up and they're no problem, and now they just can't digest it anymore. You know, like, things like that. So it's more so, I agree with you, and that's why I try to, like, see everyone as, like, a whole person and try to take in their lifestyle and their stress levels and if they have children or not and blah, blah, blah. Because that does affect your skin. Even if you have, like, beautiful, gorgeous skin, there are things that are still going to affect you personally. And also, as we age, like, our skin reacts differently,
Mhm.
and it's not as forgiving anymore. So it is like, I try to find things that are going to work for you that aren't a Band-Aid for you. And, like, things that work for me don't work for my sister that's a sister from the same mom, same dad. So everyone's different,
Mhm.
you know?
Yikes. I feel like every day you have to reinvent the wheel in your job.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, do you think that so has your business been growing?
It's been growing. Yeah,
Yeah.
this last year has been really, really great, and I've been getting really good feedback from my clients, and the biggest compliment I have is that most of my new clients are referrals from my existing clients, so that to me is, like, amazing. Not to say that I've only ever had success stories. Like, there are people that I'm just like, you're not reacting to anything that we're doing. Like, you maybe just go to a dermatologist, get a baseline, and then come back to me in, like, a year or something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But that's, like, one. You
Mhm.
know. But it's been growing slowly, but this past year has really been great.
Well, I think one of the compelling things as I sit here for the first time meeting you is to know that you personally have struggled with one of the main things that you
Mhm.
treat.
Yeah.
I assume, you know, I'm not equating it to an alcoholic, but I think someone who's going through an alcohol issue would be more eager to take advice from somebody that has been there
Yeah.
and gone through it. You know?
Yeah.
So I feel like you're your own walking billboard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I have like my before and after pictures like outside of my clinic and inside of my clinic and stuff. And like I'll point to people when I see they're kind of like, I don't know. And I'm like, well, that was me.
Mhm.
And it's terrible. And they're like, oh, really? And they're like, wow, it doesn't look good. I'm like, yeah, well, yeah. So it's like a blessing. I always say that my acne journey was like a blessing in disguise because like while I was going through it, I hated it. I was so miserable. I was like a shut in. Like I didn't want to go out. It was just like taking a hold of my life. But then if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have this business and I wouldn't have been able to help so many clients with their acne. And now with like age management, like turns out I have a knack for that. So I'm just like, great for me. Like as I get older,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
Like, so, it's a blessing in disguise because it's not something that I was grateful for while I was going through it. But now I'm very grateful for it because I am where I am.
Yeah, your passion for it really comes through.
Thank you.
In the way you talk about it. So what about hormones? I think that's a huge trigger, right?
Yeah, hormones are tricky because everyone calls everything hormonal acne. And hormonal acne is kind of hard to like pinpoint. Like usually if you have like jawline acne, like chin, that tends to be hormonal. But like when people have it here or here, that's not so much hormonal. But yeah, for girls, there's a lot sorry. There are a lot of girls that come in and they are like, my skin is perfect all throughout the month. And then every time near my period, like I get a lot of breakouts. So one trick that's really good for hormonal acne specific, like if you are one of those girls that sees your skin tends to be pretty good, but then like it just flares up around that time, spearmint tea, not peppermint, spearmint tea is actually really good for like helping those hormonal breakouts. So even if you are someone that has hormonal breakouts throughout the entire month, if you add like about 2 cups of spearmint tea a day, that really helps bring that down personally. And also icing your face. Because like that with any sort of inflammation, like redness, like bumps, things like that, it really helps bring down the inflammation, like the coolness. So like after you cleanse, ice your face, do your skincare twice a day, and that really helps too. I do that twice a day.
See, I love this.
I'm going to ask such a stupid question.
Okay.
When you say spearmint tea,
Yeah.
you're drinking it, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You're not putting it on your
No,
face.
I'm
Okay.
just checking.
Yeah.
I
didn't know, I didn't know you could.
Yeah, you're drinking the spearmint tea.
Okay.
No. No, we learned from that, Bob. You don't put cinnamon on your face. I'm saying that so people don't do it. Please don't put cinnamon
So
or
I have
on your
another
face.
question then on the girl, the cheerleader that was so mean to that other person.
Well, she wasn't to their face. She was like behind.
No,
She had
right.
perfect skin,
Right.
like a doll.
But do you ever like
See her?
see her
No.
and then be like, check it out?
No. And I honestly, I don't think she was a mean girl. Like, I don't want to talk crap about her. It was just like she was ignorant of the issue and she was just being a bitchy girl because we all were at that time. We were all hormonally crazy. You know what I mean?
We say stupid stuff when we're in high school.
I don't.
So she wasn't Regina George.
She wasn't. She wasn't like a terrible person. Like, she wasn't great, but like, she wasn't a terrible person. She wasn't my favorite person on the team, but she also wasn't like a mean-spirited person.
Right. Yeah.
She just happened to be very blessed skin-wise. Like, she was like a very pretty girl, like very popular, like tip-top for high school, you know? So she had like an easy life when it came to looks. So I think she was very judgmental about people that struggled a little bit because I don't think she could relate at all because she used to go to bed with her makeup on. She used to like spray hairspray on her face for like to keep her makeup on because like back then like we have sprays now for like a setting spray. Yeah. Okay. I don't use it, so I don't know the name. So setting spray. I don't think that was a thing back then. So people used to put like hairspray. I could never because that would make me break out like crazy.
Seems unhealthy.
It's not good. It's not good. But like that didn't matter to her. She would never break out. I don't think she'd ever had a breakout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, gosh, in high school, everybody, myself included, like just you went through like a year or two of sort of hell, and then all of a sudden it just kind of grew out of it to an extent. But other people, I'm sure everybody can. If it wasn't you, you can think of somebody or a couple of people in your class that just had to deal with a lot of acne.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So you don't really grow out of it.
I mean, some people do, and God bless them. That did not happen to me. It kind of just kept getting worse and worse and worse as I got older. But some people start getting acne in their late 30s. Like, really?
Yeah, I grew into it.
I have some clients that are like, welcome to the club. I have some clients that started coming to me at like 37, 38, and they were like, I've never had a breakout, never was a thing. And like going into their perimenopause kind of situation, they just like start and it's like deep cystic ones sometimes. And a lot of times it's like down their neck and stuff. So it just happens. It can happen to anybody at any time. But the good thing is like we're at the best time ever because there's so many great products, so many great supplements. There are so many studies now about food and how it relates to our skin, which before people had no idea that food related to the health of your skin. So there is like so many things that you can do, but it is usually like a lifestyle change. And that is something that I tell my clients. I'm like, I can't make you change your lifestyle, but you are going to get the best results if you do. And then I'm like, and talk to your medical person.
Yeah.
So like, I don't get in trouble, but this is the best way to do it.
They don't always take your advice, right?
No.
They go back and they still eat their Greek yogurt.
Yeah.
Well, your skin is your largest organ.
Exactly.
It's an organ.
Yeah.
So we have to treat it like that.
Exactly. And I always try to tell people that are like rosacea prone too, because they also like struggle a lot with like skin sensitivity, and theirs can be like quite painful. I'm like, it's a blessing in disguise. Like your body is actively telling you there's something you cannot tolerate. It's not good for you. If it's not good for you physically on topical of your skin, there's something internally that's not good. So your body is trying to communicate with you, and your body may be a little bit more sensitive than you would like, but it's also communicating to you that there's an issue earlier than you would ever know if you didn't have this like
outward signs.
Yes, exactly.
So true.
So I'm like, think of it as like a blessing in disguise, like reframe your mindset about it. I'm like, your body is letting you know there's something wrong internally, externally. You know what I mean? So I'm like, be grateful for that. Like your body is smart. It's telling you something.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. So it's just like, you got to reframe like, oh, it's so bad. I'm like, it's a blessing in disguise. We just don't know what the blessing is yet, but like, we'll get there.
So let's pretend that we have a lot of older listeners.
Okay. Sunscreen.
There you go. So that is my question
for everybody.
I absolutely love going and taking a half hour to an hour if I can. Like I just got back from Florida and my son and I went to the beach and we just sat there with headphones on and put sunscreen out. But I mean, what should the average person be doing, like sort of baseline sunscreen and stuff? And do I have to run everything through a Yucca app or whatever?
No, don't do that app. Don't do that app. Because I used to use that app too. And like, you can't use anything. Everything is cancerous in that app. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
So the funny story I have is my son and I are just driving. So I hate the people that spray on the stuff and then it's like
the wind blows it to you. Yeah.
And so like, well, let's just put it on. So we put sunscreen on and then I'm driving and he used all the regular stuff. So I used the stuff that my wife got. I won't use the brand name, but it scores very high in the Yucca app. And he's like, well, how come you get the good stuff? And I had to use the junk stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know. I just grabbed it. And as I'm driving, it's like in my eyes and I look like I came out of a gas chamber. By the time I got to the beach,
so
and he was like, do you need me to drive?
Yeah.
I was just red and crying because it somehow drifted.
It got into your eyes.
But it was supposed to be healthy stuff.
Yeah.
But regardless, so is that just the normal routine, just good sunscreen, or just are you like stay the heck out of the sun kind of person? I feel so good when I lay out in the sun.
I know.
Man.
Okay, so I love the sun. I'm Brazilian. I'm from the beach town. I grew up on the beach. I love the sun, but the sun doesn't love us, okay? So it's not a mutual, it's a toxic relationship because we love it. It doesn't love us. And the thing is, you can be out in the sun. I have no problem being out in the sun, but you have to wear your sunscreen and you have to reapply. That's the thing. Every time you go in the water, you just shouldn't have to wait like the 2 hours that you're supposed to reapply. Just reapply as soon as you come out because it does remove some. And also try to find sunscreen that is reef safe. So like you're also not affecting the environment. But you can enjoy the sun as long as you're protecting your skin. I go and I use like a huge brim hat. I use like those SPF shirts. Like I go and I embarrass whoever I'm with because I'm covered head to toe. I'm spraying everyone. I'm not having, like no one's having fun until they're fully covered.
Yeah.
And also ideally put sunscreen at least 15 minutes before you go out in the sun. Like you shouldn't like wait to go to the beach because I see a lot of people like they like walk from where they park their car like 3 blocks away. And then they're like walking and sweating. And like by the time they're taking off their shirts, they already have a farmer's tan.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you're already creating sun damage because like tanning is a cellular damage. It's sun damage to a cellular level in your skin. So you can still get the benefits of vitamin D while wearing sunscreen. Like that's a myth that people say like you don't get the benefits of vitamin D. Yes, you do. Like if you're exposed to the sun, you're getting some benefits of vitamin D regardless if you're wearing sunscreen or not. And if you're not wearing sunscreen, you're getting the damage of it. And there's no amount of good vitamin D that's going to outweigh the damage of it. Okay, so sunscreen's incredibly important every day, not just at the beach, every day. Regular like skincare routine that I think most people would benefit from, like most adults would benefit from, is cleansing in the morning with like a gentle cleanser. I like a creamy based cleanser in the morning or like a gel based one. To just like get rid of, because a lot of us, we sweat when we sleep. A lot of us sleep with like pets. A lot of us are like droolers. You know what I mean? And so it's like you want to wash your face regardless. Like I know a lot of people are like, oh, just put water on my face. I'm like, just wash it. Like you're already doing the water on your face. Might as well just wash it. Like it's not that much of a step. Vitamin C. Vitamin C is great because it's an antioxidant and it helps your sunscreen work better. So when you pair vitamin C with a sunscreen, it actually makes it work better.
All right, so dumb question again, right? Am I ingesting a vitamin C pill or
no? It's a
lotion that goes on?
Yeah, it's like a lot of times people have the one that I really like is like a creamy based vitamin C because most vitamin C's are like an oil based or something, and a lot of times those formulations oxidize, and if they oxidize, they no longer work. So you have to have like a very stable form of topical vitamin C.
Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for.
I'm going to start saying it. So topical vitamin C. Yeah. A topical vitamin C. And then like a light moisturizer and a sunscreen. And I know a lot of people say that their moisturizer has a sunscreen. And the reason why I don't love that is because you have to reapply your sunscreen throughout the day. You're not reapplying a moisturizer. If you keep reapplying a moisturizer, you're going to be a greasy mess by the end of the day. Okay. So I do like to have like a lightweight moisturizer and a sunscreen. And then if you're dry, like if your skin is drier, then you can have a creamy base moisturizer, like something that's like a thicker. But like in the summertime, I'm just trying to think of like everybody. Most people would benefit from a very lightweight moisturizer. So it'd be cleansing, vitamin C, topical, a moisturizer, sunscreen. And you can actually technically skip the moisturizer if the vitamin C is also already like a creamy base and your sunscreen's also. So like if you have normal to oily, you could probably skip that. If you have a dry skin, you could probably benefit from it. And then at night, I like to double cleanse because then you're removing your sunscreen, you're removing the sweat, the debris of the day, you're removing makeup if you wear makeup. So like the first cleanse is really to just kind of like get the gunk off your face. And then you go in with your second cleanser, which then is really to get in deep in the pores and really cleanse. And that's what like when you're like massaging your face and like really working it in. And also I tell every single one of my clients, regardless of their skin type or skin issue, you're going to want to clean your skin for 1 to 2 minutes at a time. And most people do this and they rinse off and it's done. And I'm like, you didn't really do much.
Yeah.
So you have to like, a lot of times I say like, put your phone out and just like see it. Because most people think that like 20 seconds has been 2 minutes. So I'm like, just
like
get
brushing
used
your
to
teeth.
Exactly. So I'm like, get used to the time. And every time you cleanse, you're going to do it for 1 to 2 minutes, ideally. 2 minutes would be great because then you're really like massaging your face and you get the better benefits and you're really working it in there. So you can use like a creamy based cleanser, the cleanser that you use in the morning. You can use that as your first cleanse at night. And then you go in with a cleanser that's maybe more specific to your skin type. So if you are oily, maybe a salicylic acid based cleanser. If you are dry, maybe you can do the creamy cleanser again because like you don't need anything that's going to be like harsh on your skin or anything like that. Gel-based cleansers are great for most people. And then introduce a vitamin A, like a retinol, into your skin, also topical.
I knew that. Come on.
Because there are vitamins A you can adjust to, actually. But that usually, like, you introduce it slowly because a lot of times that can be irritating for a lot of people. 1% is plenty for most people. Like, you don't need to do a higher percentage than that. Like, I know a lot of people go on tretinoin. You don't necessarily need to. And then a moisturizer. So, double cleanse, vitamin A, moisturizer.
So it really is simple.
It's pretty simple. And most people, like, will do well with that regardless of their skin issue. So, that would be, like, a basic adult skincare routine.
I'm just trying. I'm such a guy. I'm gonna be like, can't they just make a creamy sunscreen lotion with vitamin C? And just
they
put
do.
it all
My
in one?
sunscreen has vitamin C in it.
Perfect.
So like you can have vitamin C in almost like anything. And it's great because it helps brighten up your skin. It brightens up your complexion. But like a vitamin C serum by itself is even better. But you can absolutely, if you just want to cleanse your skin and put sunscreen in the morning, that's fine. Like if you want a 2-step skincare, that's fine. Especially if you're coming from not doing skincare at all. Perfect.
And sunscreen, I'm assuming with you, is topical but not aerosol, not a spray.
I mean, not for your face usually. I don't like an aerosol for your face, but for your body, I don't like care. Like you could put whatever sunscreen works for you. Whatever sunscreen works for you that you're actually going to use, that's the one you need to use. Like I'm not going to argue with you about what kind of sunscreen. I'm just like, just use it and reapply. If you like that one, that's fine. As long as you're reapplying and doing it. And I know a lot of people are like, oh, 50 plus. The trick about sunscreen is as long as you reapply when you're supposed to, it's going to protect your skin because the percentage is like crazy. It's like a 15% covers, I think, like 95% of like blocks like 95% of like UV rays, and then 30 is like 97, and then 50 is like 98, 99, and there's nothing that covers 100%. So as long as you're actually like reapplying when you're supposed to, they all pretty much protect the same. However, I will say a tinted sunscreen gives you extra benefits. So there are men that I have that have like rosacea, for example, and I have them on a very light tinted sunscreen, like that you wouldn't ever tell that they have a tinted sunscreen on, but it helps like blur out that redness on their skin, and it helps protect them even more from the sun. And you cannot tell that they're wearing anything.
Oh, I have a tinted sunscreen. I love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. My wife has a glittered sunscreen.
A glitter sunscreen.
That
Oh
really
my God.
reflects it.
It actually looks amazing on her. I'm like,
Yeah.
what is that? And every time we go with somebody, they're like, what do you have on? And they want to go get it. It's got little tiny subtle sparkles.
Is it for her like body though?
Yeah,
Or
I
is it
mean,
for her
it's usually,
face?
it's on her legs and
Okay.
arms and stuff like
That
that.
makes more sense because I'm like, you're just like glitter all over
Oh
your
gosh!
face.
Oh yeah,
Like,
it's not like glitter.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like this really
Shimmery.
subtle. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Nice.
shout out to my wife. It's
Shout out to
very
her.
nice.
Good for her. Yeah.
So there was one other question. I forgot what I was going to ask. Take over.
I was going to ask about business ownership.
Mm.
So you've been in business for yourself for 3-ish years.
Mm-hmm.
And what were you doing before that? It was just school.
No, so I worked at I had so many odd jobs. I worked at like a flower shop. I worked at an appraisal office as like I think I was like an assistant, and then I was like a office manager. But I really didn't manage anything. I was terrible at that job. Sorry, Scott. And then I worked as a waitress and bartender at the Brazilian Steakhouse, Ipanema Grill. So I always had like odd jobs. But I went to school for tourism and hospitality in Brazil. And then when I came here, I was like, yeah, I don't like that. So I don't know. I've had a lot of odd jobs and I always worked something. But right before aesthetics, I worked at the appraisal company. So that's what I was doing. And then I could work from home with that, which like let me go to school during like the day. Because my ex-boss was like pretty flexible with that. So that was nice. Yeah.
So you said earlier you've always known you wanted to be a business owner?
I always knew that I wanted to work for myself, but I didn't know how that would work. And, I always say I don't have a lot of entrepreneurs, but that's not true because my mom has a cleaning business and she's worked for herself for like 16 plus years at this point. But like she doesn't like network, like it's all like word of mouth and it's like just her. And like now she has some people that work for her, but it's always been like pretty small and like she like really never like networked. So when I went into it, it was like I didn't know how to do any of the paperwork. Everything was like so overwhelming. Like website design, all of that. Like I try to like do everything myself for a while because A, it's cheaper that way. And B, because I really just like didn't even know what I needed. Like I didn't even know what to ask for. CAD did my website. Now it's so much better than what I had. It's like, it's embarrassing, like how much better it is. But yeah, it was just like I had to just kind of like figure everything out, like how to file the paperwork, how to like get in touch with the state board, and like they come and do like random inspections and stuff. So I just always have to have stuff ready for them. But yeah.
So you love it?
I do. I love it. It's stressful. It's not for the weak of heart, but it is like the flexibility is like no other. For example, like I'm trying to book a vacation right now, and I love the fact that I don't have to like convince another adult to let me go on vacation. Like that to me, I was just like, I can't. Like if I want to go on vacation, someone's like, no, you can't. I'm like, who who
Yeah.
are you? Like, technically they're paying me, but I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm still going. Like, I don't know. So like that kind of flexibility I really, really love. But then like if I have a slow month, then that falls on me. Like that my bills are still coming in. I still have to figure out a way. So it has its up and it has its down, but I love it.
Is any of your stuff, services, or products covered with insurance?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
I don't think that's probably, really the obstacle when you're facing some of those issues you're talking about.
No,
Any
not really.
solution?
Like I've had some clients come in and they're like, "Oh, are you covered like through insurance?" And I have to tell them, "No, not
Right.
at all." So it is again like that's when I say like out of budget, like because I know that some people it is cheaper to go to a dermatologist and just get on like a prescription because like they'll just have to pay their copay. Where with me, it's like everything's out of pocket. But I do have Affirm and Klarna and like all that stuff. So like you can do split up your payments into like multiple things. So there are ways to do it. And I do try to like work with everybody. And like, for example, if you can't come in for a facial and the skincare, then I'm like, okay, let's just focus on skincare because that you're doing twice a day, every single day. And that's going to be a lot of your results. Like what you're doing to see me, you're seeing me once, maybe twice a month. So if you're doing something twice a day for 30 days instead of once, maybe twice a month, you're going to see more results with that. Like I can make you go further and I can like speed up the process, but I still prefer them to be on the skincare over actually in my treatment room because I know they'll get better results that way. And I can just adjust things like if they need to like be bumped up on a percentage or something, or like maybe even down, or maybe they like the cleanser better than the other one and all that.
It sounds like you're a big advocate on behalf of your
Sure.
clients
Yeah.
for their own
Well,
skincare. I mean, it's like it's a help.
because like I know what it's like growing up in a family that like my family, I'm not first generation, I'm an immigrant. You know what I mean? Like my family are immigrants. Like we had to like really, my parents had to get like any job that they could and to like get food on the table. Going to a dermatologist for me when I was 15, that was like a huge deal. And I could only go for, I think, 2 appointments. And then my parents were like, I'm sorry, we can't afford to keep taking you to the dermatologist. So like I very much empathize with my clients and I really like try to meet them where they're at and be like, okay, if you can only afford one product, okay, we're going to try to find the best product for you. And then I'm going to try to educate them as much as I can on their lifestyle and be like, maybe if you do these changes, you might see some results. Like it's not going to be the best thing possible because the best thing possible would be if they did everything. But I still try to find like whatever works for them. Like we're going to make it work because I know what it's like to not have the finances to get everything you possibly want right when you want it, you know?
Mm-hmm. It's really, really nice.
Yeah, it feels like in today's world, and maybe it's just because my family is so much into podcasts and everything, it feels like you need to be your own advocate for my wife would be here talking about your healthcare for number
Yeah.
one, but skincare included
Mhm.
in that,
Yeah.
anything else. There's so much information out there. Some of it's wrong,
Yeah.
know,
Oh God.
but
Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
maybe more importantly, some of it's wrong for you and
Mhm.
some of
Yeah.
it's right for you, right? So you have
Exactly.
to, same for finance. I mean, I see someone come through and I know the textbook setup for them should be this, this, and this. But I also know based on what they've just told me in the last hour, they're not going to do these 2 things. And if
Mhm.
they only do this one, it's actually setting them up for failure. So I might just choose one thing, like you
Mhm.
said, just get them in a habit. Let's get some good habits.
Yeah.
And so when you're talking about sunscreen or daily routine and everything like
Yeah.
that, this just sounds silly, but like when I went to the dentist years ago, and I just said, I think I'm doing a good job and stuff, but I still get cavities. So they gave me the stupid expensive toothbrush, which ironically runs for 2 minutes.
Yes.
And then it does like all this vibration to let
Mhm.
you know it. And it does feel like 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes. But it's changed like everything. Like, oh, like I get comments and compliments about like, oh, your teeth are so clean and they look
Yeah.
good and all that stuff. Well, I wasn't getting that years ago, right?
Mhm.
And it's just like that little bit of education. Someone took the time when she got done doing like a cleaning, she could have said, okay, thanks for coming. But she was like, hey, if you're into some pointers, I'm like, let me hear it.
Yeah.
So first I have to be willing
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
listen to you.
Yeah.
And secondly, you have to be giving me the right advice that's for me.
Yeah.
And so it was a good match in that situation, but you must run into that all the time.
Yeah, so I have some clients that come in and they don't want to talk at all. Like that's their time to relax. So they come in, I say like hi, bye, bye. Like they pay, they leave. because that's their time to relax. Like they don't want to chit chat. And
Yep.
like most of those clients come in for just like a pampering treatment or like anti-aging or something like that. But I know what they want beforehand. And I have people fill out a form before they come in. So like I know what they're looking to treat. So as long as I have that information, I can treat them. But I have people that are not open to suggestions and they've been using Olay because their grandmother used Olay and their mom used Olay and now they're using Olay. And I'm like, okay. And it works for them. And again,
That's in my family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they still wear pantyhose?
Yeah, exactly. Olay and Nivea people love. And like
Yeah.
people use Dove hand soap on their face. I'm like, no,
Ew,
don't do that. Don't do that. I put my foot down.
Oh,
I'm
I
like,
hate
we're
that
not
feeling.
doing that.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I don't wash my face at all.
Oh, great.
No.
Yeah. Fantastic. Just keeps getting better. No, so like there are clients that come in and they're not open to suggestions. They don't want to add a skincare routine to they just want to come in, they want to get pampered, they want to leave. And I'm like, that's fine. And I respect that. But if someone comes in and like sometimes I'll get those clients, they come in like 3 times and then on the 4th time they'll like ask me a question and I'm like, okay. And I'll give them the best answer that I can for that specific question or concern. And then they can take it or leave it. And it's, so I just go off on like whatever my client goes. Like if they're chatty Cathy, I'm chatty Cathy. If they're quiet, I'm quiet. So it really, I just go off of their energy.
I like it.
I like that too. So what's next for you in your business? Where are you headed? What do you want?
God, okay. I would like right now I'm 3 years there. I would like to eventually get a bigger space, but I only want to do that when I literally I can't like take in more people in that particular space. And I would like to get like a front desk person. My next thing would be probably finding a medical professional like an MD, because there are so many things that I can't do in Pennsylvania as an esthetician through the state board. Like I would have to be under a medical director. So maybe like linking up with an MD that aligns with my points of views and like holistic point of view of like skincare and like believes in me and believes in what my capabilities are, because I don't want to be micromanaged. So I would like that, but I'm not also like actively looking for that because I'm happy where I am. I'm growing, really love my clients. And I do all the work myself. So I do the follow-ups, the emails, the everything. So I also have to be conscious of that because if I grow too fast, then like other things are going to slip. And until I can hire someone else to take over that part, I don't want to fall behind with the clients that I do have because that's how you lose retention. That's how you lose, loyalty. And I don't want to do that. But I would like to grow, and I would like to grow a lot on my virtual as well because that gives me incredible flexibility. I can do that from anywhere. So I have a couple of virtual clients, but more the merrier.
Yeah, aesthetics is such a big business.
It's huge, yeah.
It's a huge business.
Yeah, and like every day there's like a new Medi Spa or something popping up like everywhere. And I'm just like, oh boy, yeah.
Yeah, but if they're focusing more on
Exactly.
injectables
Yeah.
and things like that.
It's not for me. It's not my clientele. But again, even if it is like another just aesthetics, like skincare stuff, like I still root for them. There's enough people for everybody.
Yeah.
It's not really a deterrent.
And they're probably not pushing what you do as much. They're not.
Yeah.
Because they're, doing their thing.
Yeah, I mean, everyone, you can only be the best version of yourself. You can't be the best version of someone else. So, like, you can't model your business after someone else's business because you're never going to be them.
Yeah.
So, like, I do what works for me and what comes natural to me because I think people can relate to my story or, like, if I'm being authentic or not. Or, like, I don't want people to come in and feel like I'm pushing a product on them or I'm trying to sell them something. I want them to know if I suggest a product for you that I believe that product will work for you.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It has to be a really vulnerable time.
Yeah.
Because people are coming in saying, literally, I don't
Yeah.
like my face.
Yeah.
That's
Or their
not-
body. Like
Yeah.
sometimes they have like a body acne or scarring or like, rosacea, a rash or something. And they're being so vulnerable with me and like sharing like their deepest insecurity.
Yeah.
Like I have people that come in with like a full face of makeup that like no one sees them without their makeup. And I see that. And so I have to be very just respectful of like what they're going through and what they want out of it. But also be very realistic about what I can deliver. Like I like to underpromise and overdeliver instead of like overpromise and then like you can only go down from there.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so nice though. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad you're here. I think more
Thank you.
people need to know about you.
Me too. Thanks.
Maybe that doctor's out there listening. Yeah.
Yeah. MDs, reach out. Yeah, for sure.
I've learned a lot about skincare. Specifically, I need to get my ass in gear. I'm going to look like an old prune if I don't start doing some of these things.
I know. That's what
Like,
I
I'm
feel
not
all the
fishing for
time.
compliments, guys, but I do appreciate them.
Yeah.
I take them better than Maria does.
Yeah, she's like, no, I'm not gorgeous. I'm like, okay.
No, I'm one of those people that got acne later in life.
Yeah.
And it started on my back
Yeah.
for like a year.
Mm-hmm.
Bad.
Yeah. It's so bad.
It
Well,
makes
were you
no-
taking like whey protein and stuff like
Yes.
that? That's probably it. Whey
Yes.
protein is incredibly comedogenic and
It
causes
was
acne.
awful.
Acne.
Acne.
Yeah. Did you change the protein that you're taking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a
I
big.
got off the
I
whey.
get that. Yeah, I have a lot of people that come from the
No
gym.
way.
Yeah, and then I'm like, if you're taking whey supplements, let's cut that out first because that's like a known trigger for acne.
So it's not necessarily the protein; it's the
It's the whey.
deliverable, the whey. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
So there's
I
a lot
can't
of
do
like
it.
proteins now that are like whey free, which is like
Yeah.
if when I used to work out is like what I take, but not really a problem right now. So
Yeah, even like the isolate
Honesty.
was terrible.
yeah,
Yeah, I can't do
Yeah.
it. They say your skin is a reflection of your gut.
yeah,
So if your gut health is off and your microbiome is off,
then your skin is off.
yeah.
And some people are just like genetically blessed and they have like an iron stomach and they can do no harm to themselves, you know? Like that guy that does the wing videos with
I was just gonna say,
celebrities.
and they eat
Like
those hot
I could
wings.
never. I would
Yeah.
be in a hospital. Like
Like ghost
but
peppers and
yeah,
stuff.
and he
yeah.
can just like have that multiple times a week, like just eating that. I'm like, I would die.
Yeah.
So some people can just tolerate that kind of stuff. And I'm like, okay, God bless. You know, you're chosen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I love that you meet people where they are.
Yeah. Well, because like I feel like it's just I would just be like so judgmental to be like, well, I know better
Mm-hmm.
and that's gonna work for you and you're stupid for it. Like that's just not how it works. Like everyone's life is so different and like and I don't necessarily know what's gonna work for them. I know what worked for my past clients. I know what worked for me. Now we're gonna figure out what works for you.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I have to meet them where they are.
Yeah.
It just works better that way.
I love that.
Everybody has their own timing.
Yeah.
When they're
Yeah.
willing to listen.
Mm-hmm.
I think
When they're
that's
ready.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could tell them 10 times, but the 11th time they're like, oh, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Or you can do what I do is when I want somebody to know something, I have a non-family member tell them because if it comes from dad.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's a good trick.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That's not good for you, but
Yeah, no, I'm gonna have to like reach out to their like cousin or something online and be like, hey, can you say this is this person?
but it's like
Yeah.
when you were talking, I was thinking about like weight trainer, like a personal trainer and a nutritionist or a dietitian or something.
Mhm.
Those two should work very well together.
Mhm.
And I think the skin, as you said, our largest organ in your body. So there's so much that you can do, but there's also certain restrictions if they're not addressing those other things. So that
Yeah.
the thing that you said in the beginning when you're like, you should probably check that out.
Mhm.
That's you recognizing I don't want to overstep my boundaries here, but I
Exactly.
see something
Yeah.
that could be a flag. So
Yeah, and I didn't know exactly. I didn't know for sure it was
Yeah.
cancerous, but I was like, doesn't look great.
Right.
Get it checked out. Thankfully, he like heard me and went. I think he already had the appointment scheduled because I think he's like goes every year, which I'm like fantastic. Everyone should go see their dermatologist once a year to get like fully checked. And then he like showed him or her, and thankfully they were able to cut it out, and it was precancer. So it was like great that he got that figured out because now we're going into summer. He could have gotten like a tan and he couldn't even see that
Mhm.
anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do for fun? I imagine it's can be draining if you get a bunch of chatty Cathys in a day.
I don't know because sometimes it depends.
Yeah.
It depends. A lot of my clients, it's like girl talk all day.
Yeah.
And I have a lot of male clients too. I have like, I would say 30 to 40% of my clientele is now male.
Really?
Yeah, which is like pretty high. But it's fun. And I get a lot of, like, I have clients that we watch the same like shows. So we're like talking about like the shows. And I have clients that like I know some people that they know. I have some clients that are all in the friend group. So like something goes down in their friend group. I get the
Oh my
tea from like
gosh.
every single one.
Love
and I'm
it.
like, okay. And I'm like, well, that's not what I heard. I'm like, I don't say anything. I keep it to
Yeah.
myself. But like, it's fun. Like most of my clients, they don't drain my energy. Now, do I get tired? Yeah, because it's a very physically demanding job, especially since I do everything from online to like clean up to like restock all of that inventory, like, you know, all that stuff. It is very tiring. But for fun, I'm not that fun. Like I go I love to have a nice meal. I love going to like a nice restaurant, going for like cocktails with my friends. I'm not a big drinker. I'll usually have like one. I'll nurse one while people finish like 2 or 3. I love to go dancing, but there's nowhere to go dancing here.
I know it's tough.
And I love to travel. Last time I traveled was last year, so I'm like out of my body. So I'm trying to like book a trip right now. But we haven't booked it yet. So I like to travel if I can, and then just like eat good food and have some nice drinks and hang out with friends and stuff.
Love that.
Yeah.
We'll have to do that again.
Yeah, that was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That's perfect. Chatty Cathy's.
Yeah.
I thought that was funny.
They're fun.
Talkative.
It's like
Yeah.
a hairdresser.
Mhm.
You're just like a therapist too, a little bit.
Yeah, but then some people just fall asleep. Like I've had like last week I had like 3 clients that like were snoring on my bed. And I'm like, that's a compliment too, because they're relaxed.
Those are the
Huge.
dudes.
No, there was one guy, but it was like 2 other women. Yeah,
Moms.
yeah,
Moms are
Yeah.
yeah. They're tired. They're like, this
I'll-
is my time.
I can't tell you how many waiting rooms I've just sat there and just like passed out for like
Yeah.
5-10 minutes. You just knock out.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's so easy sometimes.
It's hard being a mom.
Yeah.
I'm a cat mom.
I'm a cat mom.
I'm a cat mom.
Song.
Speaking of cat, kudos
I'm
to
a
her for
cat
redoing your
mom.
website. That's awesome.
Yeah, no, Kat did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Cat Fox Design does an amazing job. Looks amazing, and I'm getting a lot of like clients through there now because like my other one was like on page 7 of Google or something. Like I wasn't getting any traction, and then as soon as I switched over to her, she was like, "It'll take about 3 months for it to like really take off." And like exactly in about 3 months, I started getting like a bunch of like new referrals
Unreal.
and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
That is awesome.
Mhm.
That's great.
That's great
She's
that
really
everything
great.
she told us wasn't BS.
No, she knows her stuff. She's so good at like. I mean, I'm biased. Like I think everything she does is amazing, but she is amazing and she is really good
Yeah,
at what she does.
and really
Optimization
smart.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
I liked her a lot.
Mhm.
Thank you
Cool.
so much. What else do we need to know? There's,
don't know.
I'm a little digesting all
I
the-
want to know where you're traveling to.
I am trying. I don't want to jinx it, but I am trying to go to St. Andrew in Providence. It's like a small island. Like not a lot of people go to it, and because of that, it's still like paradise, and it's like so much cheaper than all the other islands.
way.
But I've gone to like Turks and Caicos. I've gone to Bermuda, St. John, St. Thomas, Jamaica, Bahamas. So I've been to like a lot of like the really popular ones. And then I saw this one and I was like, that looks amazing. So I don't even know how to get there. But I'm like, we'll figure it out. It's
Yeah,
fine.
well, you just screwed yourself because now both the people that listen to this podcast
Yeah.
are going to want to go there.
Well, maybe we can do like a trip, like a group trip.
With the 3 people.
Yeah.
The 3.
Yeah.
Our moms are going to want to go.
That's fine.
My mom doesn't listen to this.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's funny because the last podcast that I went, my parents were like so proud. They're like, oh, I want to listen. It was like 2 hours. They're like, we're not listening to
Yeah.
that. They're like, good for you. And I was like, great, thanks.
They lived it. They didn't need to
They're
listen
like,
to
you're
it.
smart. We know what you're saying.
Yeah.
We're happy for you. I was like, great.
Well, I can't thank you enough we kept it well over an hour today.
Oh, no,
so
it's fine.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank
I
you.
get to do
We
a
learned
fist
a
bump.
lot.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
That's a wrap on today's episode of Beyond the Bottom Line. Thank you for listening. If this conversation sparked something for you, please let us know. Follow, share, or leave a review. It helps us keep having the conversations we love that you love to listen to. We'll be back in 2 weeks with more real talk from real leaders. Until then, here's to feeling successful beyond the bottom line.